Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We are kicking off the week with the weekly planner setup. Good morning, Jenna. Good morning, everyone. Let me know how you're all doing. How did everyone's weekend go? This is our weekly plan with me, and this is something that we do every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern right here on TikTok Live, and we do it based off of a theme. So this week's theme was chosen by all of you. We talked about it last week, and we are going to be doing a flamingo theme. Good morning, Rachel, Nakia, Betsy. So we are going to be focusing on doing a flamingo theme, and I thought of a really cool way to do this. So this week we are focusing on standing tall, okay? We are going to incorporate the idea of flamingos by standing tall in ourselves and finding balance. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Leah. Totally valid. You're busy at work. Lisa's busy at work, but is listening in. I appreciate it. I'm so glad you can at least listen in and always go back and watch the recap later if that works for you. I am going to, my weekend was also good. Thank you, Jenna. Jenna helped move her son into his new home. That's so exciting. We are going to start with our goals for this week. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our purposeful planning stickers because these are the pack that you can write on, and they have the pathways as well. So if everyone wants to grab, good morning, Nicole. If everyone wants to grab their pink pens, purposeful planning stickers, we're going to dive right in. This one right here is going to be, let's go ahead and grab it. I have so many stickers right now. We are going to be carrying over our health and wellness pathway. So I'm just going to find where I have that in my stickers. And if anything comes up, you guys, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. Did anyone see Toy Story this weekend? Let me know how it was. I'm excited to see it. Why don't I have my... That's so strange. I'm trying to find where I put my other set of purposeful. Okay. You loved it. Cindy loved it. Wait, I'm so happy to hear that. That makes me so excited. We're going to use this sheet right here because I guess I'm all out of health and wellness because we've been focusing on that this month. So I'm going to put the, let's do the purple. That will go nicely with the theme. And also, you guys, I am using our Define planner. So I do have our mid-year option up that you can go ahead and grab so you can join us every Monday. We do this together. Now, we are getting close to the end of June, you guys. Can you believe it? Next week's already July. So it's time to slowly start thinking about what we're going to be moving forward with our goals. And next week we'll have the monthly reflection and monthly setup sessions too. Where did June go? I don't know. I'm going to write in health and wellness over here, and I'm just going to use my black pen for this. Now our theme this week is flamingos because we are reading the Thank God for Flamingos book for book club, which is so good. Good morning, Angela. Jenna said, I saw the teal pouches. Oh my gosh, they are gorgeous. My new planner will have to match. Yes, those teals are so stunning. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Kelly. The next thing we're going to do is also, actually, let me just hold up the teal planning pouch that Jenna's talking about because these are brand new. They're so pretty, you guys. Look at this. It's so vibrant, and you can keep all your pens and everything in there. The next thing we're going to do is let's pull from the purposeful planning stickers again. Now, our theme this week is flamingos. And again, because of our book club pick, thank God for flamingos. And we are going to do a nice little connection here by focusing on balance. So this week, I'm trying to think of how I want to word this. We are going to focus on sticking to our wellness routine Yes, absolutely. Jenna asked to see it with the different planners. Let me go ahead and grab those. I just wanted to check one thing here, what number they are in your carts. Okay, they are planning pouches are number 4 in your carts? Yes. Okay, let me go ahead and grab those different planners too for you guys. Great question. I'll do it in the A5 so you guys can get the full view so this right here is the Botanical Meadow with the teal planny pouch. Also Modern Mosaic, which it does match so nicely with this one. Such a pretty combo. Midnight and Morning Glow, which let me grab that one next. What is striking you, Jenna? This is also a pretty combo. And so for anyone who is just hopping on, I just want to welcome you guys. This is our weekly planner setup. So we do these every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern together, right on TikTok Live. So I would suggest grabbing your mid-year planner so you can start to join us. And if you have any questions on the planners themselves, just let me know. I'm always happy to go over anything that you are eyeing. Today we are focusing on our Flamingo planner theme. And our monthly action item is, we're going to flip back to the monthly calendar just so you guys can see how this is set up. So on a monthly basis, you have the opportunity to choose which umbrella goal you want to be focusing on. So we've been focusing on health and wellness and relationships. Naturally, relationships has been happening, which is amazing. So really getting more intentional about our health and wellness, which has been going very well. So our umbrella goal was to create a sustainable lifestyle around wellness, and that is pulled from the umbrella goal planning page, okay? So the planner itself has a goal planning system, and that is one of our long-term goals under the health and wellness pathway. And so in order to make that happen, we break it down on a monthly and weekly basis. So this month, we have been focusing on a weekly health and wellness routine to get more consistent. And we have really been doing such a good job. I keep seeing everyone's planner submissions and how we are all incorporating this goal into our planners. So that's incredible. We've been doing walking, stretching, 8 glasses of water. So today we are going to complete our wellness routine every day. And we're going to be using a lot of pinks today because of the flamingo theme. And we are doing a flamingo theme because of our book club pick this month, which is Thank God for Flamingos by Shelby Webb. But what's so great is that it actually couldn't have worked out any better because flamingos are all about standing tall. It's all about balance. And that is actually what a health and wellness routine is all about. So I couldn't have planned this better. And I actually did not know that this was going to happen. So I love to see that. I'm going to grab from the purposeful planning stickers. Let's use the flower field right over here. Angela, your birthday is Sunday? Oh my gosh, I haven't flipped back yet. I'll have to flip. I don't have yours written here. That's so awful. Let me add that. The 28th is Angela's birthday. So your birthday is the 28th. Woo! Happy early birthday to you. I'm going to go ahead and pull off our purposeful planning stickers. Now, if you're interested in these as well, these are going to be number 5 in your cart. So another great addition. And I'm just going to peel off. We're going to go with the floral theme. That fits nicely with this color right here. So you'll notice that all the stickers will go together. And I'm going to peel off this one right here because I'm using the A5 size planner. I am using the small purposeful planning stickers. So I'm just going to peel these off. And I'm going to write our monthly action items and our weekly action items. And I'm going to use a pink for this because it's nice and bright and really fits, again, the flamingo theme. So taking a look, we've been doing our health and wellness weekly routine. So create a weekly health and wellness routine. Then we're going to break this down because with long-term goals, it's all about consistent progress through short-term actions. That is how you are going to find yourself reaching your goals. It was amazing. I was actually on here last night, and Kelly, who's on here now, told me that she's ready for her August start planner because she has already completed so many of her goals that she needs a reset. How amazing is that to hear? So just like, Kelly, you go, girl. I'm so proud of you. That really resonated with me. I was so happy to hear that. So what can we do this week to reach our health and wellness routine? Well, we are going to complete our wellness routine every day. And this wellness routine, so I'm going to break it down so you guys can really see what I'm talking about. I meant to write complete, but that's okay. I can do this. Complete. There we go. Daily routine. And good morning, Kay. This right here, that is going to be in the morning, afternoon, and evening boxes. So we are going to channel our inner flamingo here. Okay, sticking to that flamingo theme. In the morning, we are going to move tall. And I'm going to actually schedule these in so every single day we get to visualize it. So 1 is going to be move tall. 2 is going to be stay hydrated. And I want to throw a new one in here because I have really been so happy with my progress on my weekly action items. And I know one thing you guys are on here is holding yourselves accountable lately. And so you have probably noticed yourself reaching goals more often. So that means that once you start to notice yourself being more consistent, you are able to add or adjust. So I have naturally been drinking the water, which I'm excited about, but I want to make sure I'm still intentional with it. I also want to stick to that daily movement because that one is always the trickiest in my opinion. And then the third, I want to call this like a soft landing. And so in the evening, I want to add in a nice little journaling session, whether it's both in the planner and outside of it. So I'm going to call this one, I actually like that one, a soft landing. It's fun to have like a little name to it. And if anything comes up, you guys, just let me know. I'm always happy to go over anything you may be wondering. Now, before we get into the weekly schedule, let's take a look over here. Oh my gosh, also the quote, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Now, the other thing that I like to do during this live is also grab our daily flip calendar because this is another great source of inspiration. So I like to open this up to today's quote because it's a good one. Get ready for it. I have 2 of these, so I have one on my desk and then one on my workspace. So I made this one actually my affirmation this week. I wrote it down on my desk. This is June 22nd. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Roy T. Bennett. That is beautiful. I loved this quote. I also loved the purple. So the daily flip calendars are another great tool here, another great resource for inspiration and motivation. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to add it into our week on the Monday morning box because I really love it. Or into my projects box because I don't try to have too many projects. Oh my gosh, it is the 22nd. Betsy, no, wait, that's so sad. Okay. Nope, we're good. I still love this one. Choose joy even in the small moments. Thanks, Betsy. I think I was looking ahead earlier and I got so excited by that one. This one's also incredible. Choose joy even in the smallest moments. Thanks for noticing that. I'm going to go ahead though for our positive affirmation. I'm going to pull from our positive affirmation stickers. We are making such amazing progress with these, you guys. Like, look how many affirmations we've used. Now, when it comes to choosing your affirmations, I personally like to align it with my goals. So these sticker sheets have 7 different categories. And so depending on what your goal is this week, find one that aligns with it. I want to know what everyone's affirmation is this week. Let me know in the comments what you are repeating to yourself. So I'm going to pull, I think, from the health and well-being sticker sheet, or depending on what's going to align with a flamingo energy. Like, what about standing tall? If I fall, I will get back up. Let me think. Jenna said, my mind is healthy and my mind is at peace. Oh, I love that. Beautiful. Oh, these are so good, you guys. Oh my gosh, wait, that's crazy. Could you use this one as a teacher planner? Absolutely. So I actually have a lot of teachers on here, and they actually recommend the B5 size, which is a little larger, and they find that it holds everything that they need. So there's 2 options. Some teachers prefer the spiral format. That's number 2 in your carts. The soft bound is another great one, but I would lean you as a teacher especially towards the B5 size. So when you open it up, you are going to find your morning, afternoon, and evening boxes, which of course is what I'm setting up here, but I wanted to show you the larger size. So as a teacher, there's always a lot of meetings, planning that has to get done, and you can add in the time slots as needed. The reason we do the morning, afternoon, and evening is because if you prefer to time block, you can go ahead and do that. If you like to plan in lists, you can do that as well. Like Jenna is also a teacher, and so she, I'm sure, has specific insights into how a teacher could use it. Another thought that I've had is that as a teacher, you have a lesson plan, so your pathway focus could also align with your lesson plan. So I highly recommend the B5 for teachers, whether it's a soft bound or the spiral. Does that clear things up, Deepri? If not, let me know. I really like for the, absolutely. And you guys, that's what I'm here for. I'm so excited. I love having new and familiar faces in this community. It's so beautiful. A part of me likes I am worthy of love and support. I think I'm going to go with that one. I also like the sunflowers. Oh no, Kay's cat just ran out the door and had to catch him. That's so scary. Oh my goodness, good thing he didn't get away. Dante, right? Is the name of your cat? Okay, Cindy is doing a cowboy theme. The other thing I wanted to mention too is that with this planner, you're going to have separate lists for work reminders and personal reminders. So if you're a teacher, work reminders is great for keeping track of all of those reminders that you have. And then we'll talk about how you actually schedule in your day-to-day. We'll do that in a moment. But I'm going to highlight this in. Sorry, let me just get organized here. Push this to the side a little bit. Ooh, pink box. I didn't grab any highlighters out yet, and I want these to be my pink ones. So I'm going to highlight the positive affirmation. Oh, I also just saw Jenna just gave us the full affirmation. It's from the health and wellness one. And it's my mind is healthy and my mind is at peace. You'll have to let us know, Cindy, too, what your affirmation is. Cindy always has a fun affirmation to match the theme this week. Oh, okay, sorry guys. There was a typo with Jenna's affirmation. It's my body is healthy and my mind is at peace. There we go. And then I'm going to go to the to-do list. Also, Kay loves all the pink pens. Me too. That is a part of our Flamingo theme. The to-do list is where we keep track of all of the to-dos that have to get done. The worst is when you write something and then you can't read it. Oh, yes, I knew what that said. Okay. The book club vote is on Friday, so I host the One More Chapter book club here on TikTok Live. We meet once a month on a Thursday towards the end of a month. And this Thursday happens to be book club. And it's an author spotlight. So we are reading Thank God for Flamingos by Shelby Webb. So Friday I post to our TikTok Live story 2 options that we can read for July. And then Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, I post a video announcing the winner. So make sure to write in your planner on Friday to vote for book club. Beautiful. Stanley said, how do I win? Well, you can vote for a book on Friday and then maybe the one that you pick will win. Cindy's affirmation this week is, I wear my confidence like a cowboy hat. Wait. I wear my confidence like a cowboy hat, comfortably, boldly, and without an apology. I love that. What made you choose cowboy hats? Was Woody your inspiration? Then we're going to highlight work reminders and personal reminders. It's so great having these lists separate because when you have one long to-do list, it is so hard. Some would say impossible to know where to start. So having them separate gives you that opportunity to be like, okay, I'm working on my work right now. What could I get done? Personal life. Okay, which one of these is going to be quick? Can I just get it done now? Kimmy said, Toy Story was so good. I'm so glad we went opening day. Wait, I'm so happy to hear that, you guys. That's amazing. Oh, it's getting me so excited. Kay said, I have the lighter mild liner, but I need that brighter one. You can never have too many mild liners, in my opinion. Oh, Sydney. Okay, well, Sydney, just pretend like it's from Woody, but she's exhausted from the weekend and she has cowboy hat stickers. We like that. Whatever works for you. Oh my gosh, you got back from Chicago last night. You already miss it. Did you used to live there? And is that where your husband's from? What was I going to write here? Stay till the end of the Toy Story credits. Okay, that's such a great tip, you guys. Anyone who's on here, if you see Toy Story, stay till the end of the credits. Wait, I love to know that. Great message for adults and kids, Kimmy said. Oh, and mild liners are awesome. I have too many. Never too many. And then I'm going to also write in that I need to organize my stickers. I haven't written this in my planner yet. I organized them a little bit, but then they got unorganized again. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and start to schedule in our week. For this, again, focusing on the idea of flamingos. Now, the first thing I do want to add in, because I don't want to forget, is Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern is book club. So what I do whenever it is book club week is I actually go on Canva and I just print out a picture of the cover of the book. And then I cut it out and I just paste it in my planner. I like this because it's a visual reminder of what you read. And it's so cool to flip back every month and see, okay, we read That's Not My Name in March. And I'm someone who loves to see the covers. I think that triggers more of a memory for me. Rain was 2 months ago. Last month was yesteryear. So I love this. It makes the planner something too that you want to keep using because it's more than just for your to-dos. It's also for those little memories, for those big memories too. Kay said, "That's Not My Name" was so good. I could not agree more. And it's one of those too where, again, seeing that cover really reminds me of the book itself. So if you haven't done this before, I highly recommend trying it out. It's a nice way to do it. And the paper quality is top notch. It's 120 GSM. So nothing goes through to the other side. That's the beauty of it. I'm just going to go ahead and I just have a glue stick right now and I'm just going to glue this. Kimmy also yesteryear totally blindsided. And if anyone wants to, you can also read the books. And it does, like, let's say you want to read yesteryear, That's Not My Name, The Heiress, but you know that we read it for book club a couple months ago. The recordings are up on the tube, so you can always see our thoughts, hear from us still. Ooh, that's such a good sign. Kay recommends That's Not My Name and Heiress to everyone. Ooh, The Heiress was so good. So we are going to do our live schedule using pinks because, of course, Flamingo's pink. For this, I'm actually going to grab a Coral Pilot G2 pen. And I'm going to write the time. So 8 o'clock. All the time zones that I put here are going to be in Eastern Standard. Or Eastern Time, excuse me. So 8 o'clock is One More Chapter Book Club. And it's an author spotlight month, which means the author of this book is joining us. So Shelby Webb will be joining us. Kimmy said, "I have His and Hers by Alice Feeney on my TBR, and I've heard there's a series on Netflix based on it." Yes, so many people in the Define community love that. Highly recommend, Kimmy. I personally haven't read or seen it, but I keep hearing that it is such a good choice. Both book and movie. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm trying to think about the order. I either want to start with adding in our live schedule or adding in our weekly action items, but I find that with my goals, it is easier to plan around life, okay? If we start with our goals, sometimes life happens and our goals get pushed to the side. So if we plan a little more intentionally and we start with where our time already has to go, then we can start to see how we want to add in our schedule, add in our goals. Kimmy said that the pink is giving Elle Woods vibes. So funny. Love. So we are going to actually start with, let's do our live schedule. That way we're working with our goals, not against. So for this, we're going to be doing, I'm going to grab a pink mild liner. And I'm going to draw a line to block off the time. So sticking with the same color, that's really important. I'm just going to add in when I'll be on here this week. And then if you're not sure how long you'll be doing something, it's nice to just mark off a little bit of time, and then you always have the option to go back in and add either a longer line if you need to, or not worry about it, because sometimes the end time doesn't really matter that much. If that makes sense. I'm just gonna write TikTok live. That way it also sometimes gives you extra space so we can still schedule in our action items around it. For example, that also the next thing I wanted to mention was, you see here how these are in alignment as much as I could eyeball it. That's a great way to do it when things are at the same time, so the brain can quickly see that and be like, okay, these are at the same times. This is where I need to be when I need to be there. And one more. For something like this too, because I just really want to emphasize it, I'm just going to highlight the box. Even though I know it's not all night, it's from 8 o'clock to 9 p.m. It's still like a really big highlight of the week, so I want it to stand out. And even if you don't get to read the book, still tune in Thursday night and join me and Shelby as we talk about all things flamingos, her journey as a writer, and so much more. TikTok live. Beautiful. Then I like to go ahead and add in the next step is weekly action items. And again, you guys, if anything comes up, just let me know if you have any questions. Wait, that's so funny. I saw that someone on here has the flamingo in their username. This week is for you. So the next thing we're going to do is add in our weekly action items. So I am actually going to go exactly in order of move tall, stay hydrated, soft landing. The reason I chose these 3 was because I wanted something to do in the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. That's the way the planner is laid out, and that's the way the brain thinks about things, so it's really quite helpful. I am trying to see, because I do have some daily routine stickers here that we can use, probably for the evening reflection, because I just want to stick with that pink theme. So I'm going to grab a different color pink and a ruler. We're going to go like this. I'll probably add the flamingos. How could I do this? I'm trying to think. Ooh. On craft night, I found a quick way to draw a flamingo. It was like this. So if you need a little inspo, highly recommend this one. And that one took me like 2 seconds actually. Let me just do it again. I'm going to grab my stapler pen. And we're going to start with the body. So in the morning, I want to start my day off with movement. So I am going to just want to take a moment and think for a sec. Actually, this one's a little bit, honestly, this one actually looks even easier. I found this one too before we came on. So maybe I'll just do this one. This one looks even easier. So I'm actually going to start with a pink mild liner. This one right here. This is perfect. And I'm going to take the fine tip, and this is going to symbolize the walk. I wonder if I could do this small enough so then I could easily repeat it. I think so. We're just going to try this first one. Nope, this is where the notes page comes in. Sorry. Before I do it and then have regrets, we're just going to try it. I just want to make sure it's in camera. Great. Okay, well, that was easy. So in the morning box, we're just going to do that. Okay, we'll start with just the body, and we're going to do that every single morning. And one more thing, you guys, is I always encourage you guys to send your weekly planner setup directly to us. And I know a lot of you guys doodles, but you don't have to doodle to submit your planner, okay? Let me say that louder. You do not have to doodle to submit your weekly planner spread. That is not what it's about. Yes, I know so many of you do, which is amazing. But don't feel like you can't submit it just because you don't doodle, okay? Jenna said, I finished the correspondent on audio. So good. Wait, I'm so glad you like it. I have not finished that one yet. I started some other stuff, and I was like, we'll get back to it. I'm actually not going to outline the flamingo. Sometimes I do that, but today I'm not feeling it. So this is going to be a reminder every morning to walk, and you can check it off once you do it. Did you find that the correspondent was a little slow to start, or were you like sticking with it the entire time? And I'm gonna also grab the same color pen that I used to write the weekly action items with, this one right here. Now, if you're someone who likes to always time block, you can time block your walk too. I don't tend to time block except for my live schedule. And sometimes if I have a meeting, like you'll see probably me time blocking for a little bit. But I go really about it in terms of lists and then time blocking when I need to, if that makes sense. Hey, Lola. And then the beauty of this is every day you can actually come back to your accountability trackers and check off when you go for a walk or your other habits. Walk. Hey, last house. Beautiful. Then we're going to go ahead and move into our second one. Now for this, I actually had a different idea of what we could do because we are going to be focusing on the hydration, but instead of writing it out, I'm actually going to grab the water droplets from the accountability stickers. Those are going to be our little reminders. I always do this where I have it in my hand before the live, and then I'm like, where did I put it once the live starts? How are you? Jenna said it took a few chapters, but audio made it easy to understand. I finished it in a day. Wait, that's crazy. Kimmy said, I want to be a morning person so bad, but I start work at 7 a.m. and it's already a struggle for that. That is early to start work. I actually thought that one thing you could try is maybe changing your perspective of it so you dread it a little less. Like maybe it's not that you're not a morning person, but you just have to change the way you go about it. I don't know why I can't find these water droplets. I just had them in my hand. Sorry, team. Does that make any sense? I know it's easier said than done, but it was just a thought that I had. Like, where did the water droplets go? These are part of the accountability sticker sheets. I'm just gonna grab, they must be in a different pile. Yep, they are. This is why I said I have to organize my stickers. So I'm gonna grab the water droplets. And I'm going to put the water droplet in the afternoon. So that way, this is gonna be my reminder to refill my water bottle. These are also from the accountability sticker sheets, which are, let me go ahead and pin these for a second. These ones right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and peel off one for the afternoons, and I'm just gonna grab my tweezers for this. This is gonna be our little symbol every day. Now, these you can also use, these are perfect for filling out your water intake. But I just wanted to show you guys another way that you can do it because these also signal to drink water. So the more reminders, the merrier. And of course, I'm doing the pink to stick with our theme. And then like that. Leah said, I look at it like getting up early is me time. Sometimes it's hard to get time to myself during the day. That is such a great way to look at it. And that is actually how I like to look at it too. It feels like how you start your day can set the tone for the rest of the day. I like that, and I like that attitude. I think that would be really helpful. Wait, I just put the pen down. I keep doing this. Oh, it's right there. So maybe that's something that you guys could try thinking about too. Are you more of a morning person than Leah than a night owl? It's hard when someone is naturally more of a night person. I'm so the opposite. Like 8 o'clock hits and I'm like, man, can we go to bed already? Like, but the morning, I just really enjoy the morning. The reason I'm writing refill because this also symbolizes that you actually drank the 32 ounces in the morning or however big your water bottle is. Okay. And then the third weekly action item here that I want to schedule in is soft landing. This is something I encourage you guys to do this week with me. We are going to ask ourselves every night one question, and you can do this in your planner. You could also make it a little longer and do it in your journal too, if that works for you. I'm just gonna grab this one right here. Also, we do have a flamingo sticker on the varieties that I have to grab. I am usually, Leah said I am usually around 9 p.m. I'm a pumpkin. Yeah, I feel that on so many levels. So I'm gonna grab from our purposeful planning stickers, and I'm gonna call this our soft landing. This is going to be the spot and the question I want to ask myself every night, because I want to align with this idea of flamingos. So flamingos are all about balance, but they're also about confidence and standing tall. So you know what I actually want to ask myself? How did I stand tall? Did I stand tall today? I'm torn between balance and confidence. So maybe we do, how did I stand tall today? Or did I stand tall and balanced? Let's do that. Does that make sense to you guys? Is that a fair question to ask yourself every night? This week, did I stand tall and balanced? Leah said, what didn't knock me over today? That's another good question. I wonder if there's a way though that to make it a little more positive. Like because that's always the hard part is I like to make it more on the positive side in the nighttime. Because at nighttime is when I feel like the brain can start to rush. And so if I write down like what went wrong, then that's how you're ending the day. What did I overcome today? I think I'm going to personally stick to what did I stand tall and balanced. However, change it if it works for you and let me know what you change it to. It's less about the question and more about the fact that every single day we have a spot. I'll be using my evening box to write down something about the day. The next thing that we're going to do is, and I'm going to grab, how should I do this? Because I want that reminder of a soft landing every day. So maybe I'll just take this pen and just write it in every evening box. This is the question, and then every day we'll go soft landing. Do I want it in this pen? Yeah. And I'm just going to grab a ruler. And we're going to for this one, I'm going to do it. See what I mean by it's important to do your schedule first, because I know that like after this, I will be less likely to want to write about my day. So I'm going to do it beforehand. It's about working with what works for you. Another thing we could do is, because I have clearly used up the evening box, is I'm actually just going to grab from our sticky note booklet. Let me see if I have. Perfect. I wanted to grab a pink one and a purple one because I have an idea that just came to my head. Actually inspired by you guys. Specifically Little U. Little U, I saw, had used her purposeful planning sticker for a weekly reflection last week. And that is making me think of, I don't know if I want to cover this up, but I'll cover it up for now. And then I'm going to have this be like a little weekly reflection, because I thought that was actually such a cute idea. And I just used a sticky note, but you can always just use a sticker too. And then when you have something written and you're like, oh, I actually wanted to add, just use a sticky note. That's the beauty of it. Just so you guys know, the sticky notes are actually number, let me pin these ones right here. So this is going to be your sticky note booklet. And then the next thing I want to do is add in first what happened yesterday, and then any plans for the week ahead. I'm going to also grab, what color pen do I want this in? Pink, of course, but do I have even a different color pink? I can't tell if this is going to be that different, but I think we're going to go with it. So I'm going to grab the stapler pen, and I'm just going to start by writing in what happened yesterday. What did you guys do this weekend? Anything fun? I know some of you guys have shared what you guys did, but I can't remember if everyone did. And this is also when you can add in any stickers too. Leah said lots of yard work, and we had a fire. Oh my gosh, good thing I read that. We had a fire last night to clean out the brush. That is such a good feeling. Like, it's something that everyone dreads, but once you do it, wow. It is so fulfilling. Lots of work though. Oh, this is perfect. I'm gonna add this one in. Your son, wait, let me go in order. Angela said celebrated Father's Day and a few B-days in your family. Oh, your B-days are all close together. Nicole said my son wrestled the junior national duels in Milwaukee. Fun watching him. Aw, proud mom moment. That's so cute. Did he do well? And then let me also just add in, because I love adding in stickers that like fit. I'm going to add like in terms of colors. Wait, I did not even know that yesterday was the first day of summer. Hold the phone. We got to add some stickers then. That's crazy. Oh, I love to hear that. Nicole said that he did really good. That's everything. I'm also going to add in the pink water bottle. Leah also roasted hot dogs and s'mores to intimidate the rest of the yard. I love s'mores so much. Allie said, I love the planner, but I'm such a sloppy writer. Would you ever consider lines on the monthly page? I will never say never. Right this second, this is our signature layout. However, one thing you could do is actually grab a ruler every month. And let me just show you. I know sometimes, also though, even if you are a sloppy writer, who cares? Like, you don't need to have perfect handwriting. I think we just put a lot of pressure on ourselves too. But another thing that you could do is just, you could add in your own lines if that's something that interests you. And you could have the ruler go like all the way across, so it would be a little easier. Just a thought. And then what we're gonna do is, what was I doing? Oh, adding some stickers, adding in then plans and to-dos for the week. So if you have a meeting or anything, use the red pen. Oh, I love that. Leah said, I'm a sloppy writer too, and I think it adds to the spark of it being mine. I would agree. I think that there's something amazing about handwriting because everyone's is so different and it really makes it yours. So I don't know. I love that. I like that attitude. We're going to do a little bit of a darker flamingo. So a little bit of a hot pink here. Whimsical. Oh my gosh, last house? No. Oh my gosh, see, that's what I don't want. I need you guys, I got to make sure that that's clear. I don't know how to do it, but I need to do like a big PSA. There is no such thing as perfect. Stop that. I want everyone to submit it. Last house, you better submit it this week. Yay! I'm going to hold you to that. Also, I'm going to write some reminders in here for me and you that I'm going to do book club vote first. We're going to have 2 reminders here. I'm going to do it in black so it stands out. Vote for book club. And then 12 o'clock is the planner deadline. So I want you guys to submit your Define Weekly Planner spreads. This is something I encourage you guys to do on a weekly basis. And then every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I actually share a video of all the incredible planner submissions. And I know so many of you do doodle in your planner, but I don't want anyone to think that they can't do it. Angela, how do we submit our planners? Great question. All you have to do is send a picture to us directly here on TikTok. So I encourage you guys to do it directly on TikTok. That way it's guaranteed to be added. Oh my gosh. No, Angela, I don't want anyone to hesitate. And if there's ever something like in your planner that you don't want me to share, I can cover it up. Like if, let's say you have like an entry and you're like, oh, actually, can you take out the Monday morning box? Great, I'll cover it up for you. Like whatever you guys need, I want everyone to send it. And if you haven't messaged us before, just go ahead and send a message that says like, hey, weekly planner submission, I'll approve your message, and then your picture will be able to be shared with us, okay? I'm also gonna add in that, let me take a different color pink. Hey. So no, the pens, we do not sell the pens. But have a great day, Jenna. There's a lot of it that, sorry, I was reading the comments. No, we don't sell the pens. I did just post a video to the tube that shows the different pens that I do use. So that's another great resource for you. Yes, you do, Leah. You did, Leah. I missed you doing that. What made you stop? And see why I like a sticky note? I can just move it. And I only have a few more things to actually add. I have to do the meal planning. Oh, you quit TikTok for a while. Okay, totally fair. We missed you though. I was actually thinking about you the other day. Oh, thank you. Super easy. That's why I liked this one actually. And then we're gonna add in book club announced. Totally fair. Well, I'm proud of you for that. Leah said I need to realign my life with my screen time. You got to do what you got to do. And you know what? You set the goal and you did it. So that's pretty impressive because that's not an easy one to do. Aw, thanks, Purple Page Lover. It's been a while, I feel like. How are you? Also, you guys, we are super active on our Tube channel, so make sure you guys are subscribed to us there and following us this week too. Yes, next week is next Tuesday, which is June 30th, is the monthly reflection live, and I'll go ahead and I'll add that to our next week's box. And then the first is going to be the accountability trackers and monthly calendar. So let me actually add that right down here. So I'll do this and then I'll add in our meal planning, and then that is going to be this week's planner setup. I just forget which days I told you. Yay, I know, right? I love those lives. Then our meal planning. What color? Honestly, for meal planning, I just do it in a gray. I don't like it to stand out. Is there any questions on our planner session today, you guys? Anything you want me to show you before I wrap up today's session? Otherwise, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to another amazing weekly planner setup. This is something we do every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern right here on TikTok Live. So I am excited for all of the planner submissions that I'm going to get. I actually want to just write, oh, I did write it. Thanks, Angela. Have an amazing day. You too, Erica, Kimmy. You guys are the best. And I'll see you all later on. Have an amazing day. And keep navigating each day with purpose. Bye, you guys.